Hi, this is Kerry Shamblin with the August 2024 Vedic Astrology forecast. We'll start with a summary from the 9 planets. The Sun shifts from sidereal Cancer to Leo on August 16th. The first half of August, we find ourselves in choppy waters, tending to matters of the heart. When Sun enters Leo, we may feel the glow, but also feel the slow as we shoulder the weight of personal responsibility. The new moon in Cancer invites us to turn inward for a body and mind reset, where we can reorganize our feelings and reactions on August 4th. The waxing moon leads us out of our cocoons, becoming full in Aquarius on August 19th, shining light on the balance between me and us, and reminding us that collective and individual needs may be met by the same resources. Mars spends most of August blending his focused fire with the positive expansion of Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. August 14th, Mars and Jupiter conjoin exactly. Mars moves through Gemini from August 26th to October 20th. August is a good month for building and growth. Mercury retrograde, August 4th through the 28th. This is a good time to slow down, triple check, and lighten the schedule. Things may go a little wild, but the unexpected situations could yield interesting opportunities and chances for trying again. Jupiter continues to promote positive growth in Taurus, joining forces with Mars during August. Remember the big picture in order to pacify frustration about the little things, and enjoy the process even when things get intense. We may learn that both wisdom and brute force can be used to unlock doors. Venus in Leo through August 24th invites us to get serious about our creative endeavors. It's time to connect with creative potential, practice your moves, and get ready for showtime. When Venus goes to Virgo on August 24th, we may encounter a new set of lessons and relationship resets. Retrograde Saturn in Aquarius faces off with retrograde Mercury in Leo during August. This is a great time to let go of versions that haven't taken off. Rework old material that could make it with a new setting or fresh ideas. Refocus on health routines and remedies, and practice holding on loosely. Rowdy Rahu makes waves in Pisces through April of 2025. This can extend to the planets passing through Cancer in August, especially at the new moon on August 4th. Rahu's influence also extends to Scorpio, which, combined with aspects coming from Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars, could make the Scorpios among us busy with putting out fires and spinning multiple plates. Ketu sits silently like an anchor in Virgo, acting as a counterweight to Rahu's ever-seeking energy. Jupiter's aspect coming to Ketu is like a ray of wisdom beaming in to illuminate and guide. Knowledge and intuition must combine to find answers and exits. Venus joining Ketu during the last week of August could see a change of scene on the relationship front. For an in-depth analysis of specific planetary placements, please continue listening to the full planetary forecast. Venus transits Leo from July 31st through August 24th. August could be a good month to find inspirational, creative sparkles as Venus moves into Leo on July 31st and quickly glides through the Sun's hot seat until August 24th. Both Venus and the sign of Leo are associated with the act of creation and have overlaps in the realms of entertainment, politics, and self-other work. Having recently emerged from a long combustion that has seen Venus shift appearance to evening star, our relationship guide also transited through Cancer, which currently is experiencing referential turbulence due to an incoming aspect of Rahu. While Leo may not be Venus's favorite environment, for now it may provide more stability to Venus-related matters. Retrograde Saturn is currently beaming his sculptor-like pressure into Leo, which may act to speed up creative processes or relationship building due to good foundational work that Saturn has been forcing through the past 4 years. Exciting new connections may be sailing at a good clip, but don't ignore the warning signs that may also be manifesting. With a powerful conjunction of Mars and Jupiter occurring this month in Venus's Earth sign of Taurus, we may see some of this combination of power and growth expressing through Venus matters such as social life, artistic expression, and celebration of femininity. New moon in Cancer, Ashlesha, on August 4th. As Venus settles into Leo, the moon moves into her own sign of Cancer, joining the sun at 19 degrees Cancer in the nakshatra of Ashlesha on August 4th. This is the new moon of August, with the sun in the latter half of Cancer transit. Physical and mental energy can feel in short supply during the new moon time, making it a good time to turn inward and find the reset button. In addition to the energetic vulnerability we can experience during any new moon, this one also includes the direct aspect of Rahu from the middle degrees of Pisces. The Rahu ripple effect continues through 3 water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, through May of 2025, when the Rahu-Ketu axis shifts into Aquarius and Leo from Pisces and Virgo. This bundle of influences could add up to some turbulent waters at the beginning of August. There may be a quickly changing playing field with confusing messages that make it difficult to focus or make decisions. Let that weather do its thing and clear out if possible. Sometimes in churning seas, we lose our boat, but encounter other forms of saving grace. Loosen up as the world inevitably turns. We are learning to wait for openings and right waves. The symbol for Ashlesha Nakshatra is a serpent or snake. The flexible and dynamic structure of snakes allows them to move creatively, quickly, and easily through many environments. Take this lesson of the serpent with you as you navigate surging waters and sensitive issues. Mercury retrograde, August 4th through the 28th. Get ready for some review, reorganization, and retraction as our everyday helper Mercury begins to drag his heels and slip backwards for a few weeks. Any retrograde planetary motion introduces wild energy into that planet's function and expression. It could be more or less like its natural self, but most always will come with unexpected situations that either delay or expedite the overall process. Mercury will be at 10 degrees Leo on August 4th as it begins to move back through its recently traced territory in Magha Nakshatra. By August 21st, Mercury crosses back through the portal into Cancer, where he stations direct on August 28th at 28 degrees Cancer. This retrograde phase puts Mercury through a couple of different experiences. From August 4th through the 21st, retrograde in Leo, Mercury will also be in opposition to retrograde Saturn in Aquarius. This could cause some work change orders in the Leo-Aquarius axis. Of course, this means delays and possible expense that was not planned. With Mars aspecting Leo from Taurus, prepare in advance by budgeting extra time, money, and patience now. New information will be continuously arising, making it difficult to strategize or direct energy in an efficient way. Simultaneously being pushed and pulled by Saturn and Mars, retrograde Mercury will also re-enter combustion with the Sun and get spit back out on the other side. By mid-August, as the Sun prepares to shift into Leo, retrograde Mercury prepares to re-enter Cancer, putting Mercury into combustion from August 11th through the 28th. As Mercury regains direct motion in late August, he has also gone through further solar purification. We may find ourselves back at an already made decision with another chance, more information, and a wider perspective. The delays and do-overs will be worth it. Mercury enters Leo for round 2 on September 3rd. Jupiter conjunct Mars in Taurus, August 14th. Jupiter entered Venus's Earth sign of Taurus on May 1st, 2024, for about a year, which puts him finally out of Saturn's aspect range for the first time since 2020, which could be allowing for growth in fertile fields. Jupiter's aspects are also benefiting the other Earth signs during this year, specifically Virgo and Capricorn, which could be a positive influence, promoting spaciousness and growth, especially in Virgo, where we are also feeling the tricky and puzzling energy of Ketu, which can cause obstacles, sudden pivots, and liberation in certain cases. Mars joined Jupiter in Taurus on July 12th and will be moving through Venus's territory until August 28th. Mars catches up to Jupiter for an exact conjunction on August 14th at 23 degrees Taurus, in the final pada of Rohini Nakshatra, ruled by the moon, which sits completely within Venus's Earth sign. This is a potent combination for powerful directed growth with strong masculine energy, but sitting in a strongly feminine environment. This moment, just before the Sun moves through the Gandanta between Cancer and Leo, very much highlights the stable fixed signs which are occupied by most of the planets on this day. Mars and Jupiter stand strongly in Taurus. Venus and retrograde Mercury stand in Leo. The Moon will be directly opposite the Mars and Jupiter conjunction in Scorpio, and retrograde Saturn is still occupying Aquarius. These 4 signs fall under the designation of Sthira Rashi, or fixed signs. Generally, these signs promote stability, holding the line, and keeping things status quo. While the Jupiter and Mars combination opposes the waxing moon in the Earth and water axis of fixed signs, showing the attempt to keep things smooth and steady by clinging to what we perceive is working, we have a different energy in the Leo-Aquarius axis. Both Saturn and Mercury are retrograde at this time, showing a willingness to work through and toward changes that restore balance, health, and responsible conduct. This could manifest as a polarized environment through the latter half of August, which loosens up just a bit when Mars moves into Gemini on August 26th. Mars and Saturn will both be aspecting the sign of Leo, which is highlighted this month. This can create a stop and start rhythm, which could be frustrating to those who are ready to push forward, and terrifying to those who aren't sure where they are going. The Sun transits Leo from August 16th through September 16th. The Sun moves into his own sign, the throne room of Leo, on August 16th, which could further emphasize a polarizing situation with the Sun and Saturn facing off from the powerful positions of occupying their own signs. Surya, the Sun, spends 1 month in each of the signs, with mid-August through mid-September every year marking the passage through Leo. This will be the second year in a row that the Sun has opposed Saturn in Aquarius while he is traveling through Leo. It will also be the last instance until Saturn's next passage through Aquarius, which will be February of 2052 through February of 2055. The basic groupings of the planets divide them into two, with Sun, Moon, Mars, and Jupiter forming an alliance, and Saturn, Venus, and Mercury forming an alliance. In those orders, planets from opposing sides form a relationship axis with one another. Mars and Venus naturally oppose. Jupiter and Mercury naturally oppose, and the luminaries, the Sun and Moon, and Saturn oppose. It takes 4 to 5 years for Saturn to move through the luminaries versus Saturn territory, which would really light up during the summer months of those times. This would equate to Saturn transiting Capricorn and then Aquarius, opposing Sun in Cancer during the Capricorn transit, and opposing Sun in Leo during the Aquarius transit. The last 3 instances of Saturn in Aquarius were from March 1993 through February of 1996. Before that, February 1964 through April of 1966. And prior to that, March of 1934 through February of 1937. Each of these last 3 instances of Saturn transiting Aquarius marked times in history when we were seeing an intense tug of war between established traditional ideologies opposing collective social uprising, demanding progressive change. This can be seen even now in broad collective ways. How is it showing up on a smaller scale in our personal situations? We may be digging into finding the balance between individual assertion and collective contribution as we navigate our own pathways. It isn't easy to know how strongly to protect our personal agenda or how much time and energy to pour into self-care before it becomes indulgent. On the other hand, it isn't easy to say no to others when we can see that they are in need and we are at the end of our energy supply. There is no right answer, and every moment brings a new set of influences. The truth is that we are simultaneously navigating our lives as individual entities while also participating in an amazing group activity in which we're all swimming in the same waters and experiencing the same tides. The paradox of being you, while also being everyone, becomes highlighted while the Sun moves through Leo this summer. Full moon in Aquarius, Dhanishta, August 19th. This paradox becomes illuminated by the moon joining retrograde Saturn in Aquarius on August 19th, as the moon at 3 degrees Aquarius in the nakshatra of Dhanishta will oppose the sun at 3 degrees Leo in the nakshatra of Magha. Joining the sun will be retrograde Mercury, ready to retreat back to Cancer, and Venus in the later degrees of Leo. With both Sun and Saturn holding masculine energy, and Aquarius and Leo both being masculine signs, we are seeing a powerful full moon, Queen of the Night, joining Saturn, and shiny Venus decorating the stars of Leo, bringing some strong feminine energy into the equation. As we delve deeper into finding that balance of yes and no, or the balance of me and us, or the balance of feminine and masculine, or the balance of old school and new road, we need to remember some keys that the planets are here to show us during the full moon of August. The moon is teaching us to be vulnerable enough to love unconditionally. Retrograde Saturn wants us to learn to take responsibility for what's yours and find the strength to form appropriate boundaries. The sun wants you to know yourself in order to express individuality without domination. Venus would like you to connect with others authentically and compassionately. Retrograde Mercury wants us to practice precision in communication and carefully analyze data before saying yes. The nakshatra rulers of the sun and moon also speak up for this process, encouraging us to use our intuition in the gray areas and our powerful ability to protect ourselves as we open up and become vulnerable. Ketu rules Magha Nakshatra, where the sun sits in late August, reminding us that our inherent knowing of right and wrong lies within, always accessible. Mars rules Dhanishta Nakshatra, reminding us that with the right protection and boundaries in place, we are safe to express the softer side of ourselves by sharing feelings and honestly looking within. Venus transits Virgo, August 24th through September 18th. Venus is the first of the inner planets to reach Virgo this year, which brings up all kinds of questions as to how this situation will go from August 24th through September 18th. Newly settled into evening star appearance for the remainder of 2024, Venus glides into Virgo, her sign of debilitation, joining Ketu, known for obstructing and reversing. This transit could be difficult to understand. Out of all the debilitation situations, Venus in Virgo seems to be the least dire. After all, Venus and Mercury are great friends, playing on the same team and ruling signs of the same element. They get each other. But conjoining with a node isn't always easy for a planet either, especially when the node is Ketu and the planet is Venus. Since Venus is the planet we look to for relationship energy, this could create an environment that creates some difficulty for forward progress in this realm. On one hand, this could be disappointing due to hopes held for a potential union. On the other hand, this could be extremely informative in regards to exposing challenges to potential or existing unions that would be better addressed now than later. This could also be a time when we are able to look within and realize how we ourselves may be blocking healthy relationships due to our own habits. whatever the case. Try to resist getting despondent about what can't be changed, and instead find the enthusiasm to learn and practice your way toward new levels of mental, physical, and spiritual health and understanding that allow you to show up as the partner you are looking for. The other factor about this Venus and Ketu interlude is that we also see the aspect of Jupiter coming into Virgo from Taurus. This is a positive influence that encourages us to grow and learn through whatever obstacles may present themselves. And wherever Ketu sits also gets a jolt from ever opposite Rahu, making everything seem a bit bigger, louder, and rockier. In addition, from August 26th, Mars will also be pushing his agenda into Virgo, which could actually be quite dynamic when it comes to creation and building. Mars transits Gemini August 26th through October 20th. Mars has been moving his way through the zodiac at a steady pace, spending about 6 weeks in Aries, 6 weeks in Taurus, and then about 8 weeks in Gemini, from August 26th through October 20th. Mars has the power, and Gemini encourages learning, movement, and action. This could be quite an active time, as Mercury hosts Mars for almost 2 months. Mars will also gaze and project his fire into the signs of Virgo, Sagittarius, and Capricorn due to his planetary aspects. If these signs are prominent in personal horoscopes, the power, courage, drive, and strength of Mars is coming your way, so prepare now to find a good channel. Mercury, who rules Gemini, will station direct on August 28th, after which time Mars's forward-moving effort will start to show progress. During the 2 months it takes Mars to traverse Gemini, Mercury will move through the late degrees of Cancer, into Leo, through Virgo, and then into Libra, when there may be a shift in work scene as Mars moves into Cancer on October 20th, catching Rahu's aspect from Pisces. Mercury direct in Cancer, August 28th. As the month of August comes to a close, so does Mercury retrograde cycle, which will take him back to 28 degrees Cancer, where we see him pause and then resume forward motion on August 28th. Mercury picks up speed and gets moving, crossing into Leo on September 3rd, into Virgo on September 22nd, and into Libra on October 10th. If Mercury causes the need for a do-over during the retrograde cycle in August, know that the energy will be ready to roll in September and October. Mercury rules communication, transactions, mundane everyday tasks, and the abilities to learn, remedy, and improve. By the end of August, there is sure to be some cleanup and organizing to do as we recover from the shuffle that retrograde energy brings. September 2024 headlines. New moon in Leo, Purva Falguni on September 2nd. Mercury transits Leo from September 3rd through the 22nd. The Sun transits Virgo from September 16th through October 16th. We'll have a full moon, partial lunar eclipse in Pisces, September 17th. Venus transits Libra, September 18th through October 12th. Mercury transits Virgo, September 22nd through October 10th. Thank you for tuning in to the August Vedic Astrology Forecast. Have a great month. Catch you next time.